reproductive medicine with the Millen Fertility Center, Whitefield. Today I'm going to be talking on busting common fertility myths. So to start off, let us start with the first myth, which is infertility is always a woman's problem. It's a woman's fault. So that is the first myth that we have to bust, that it is not always the woman's fault. It is basically for an embryo, a baby to form, you need an egg from the woman and a sperm from the male, and they fuse together to form the baby. So it does not always have to be a problem with the woman. There can be issues with the male as well, like sperm count might be low, sperm motility might be low. So these are things that have to be investigated, and then we have to decide whether that infertility, the couple is having infertility because of the female factor, the male factor, or something called mixed infertility, where both parties might have some kind of issues. And there are solutions to all of these problems, but the main thing that we have to understand is that infertility is not always a woman's fault. Now, coming to the second myth buster is I am healthy, so I cannot be infertile. So we have a lot of couples that come with several blood investigations that they have done from labs, and hemoglobin, CBC, liver test, kidney test, all of these tests, and they come to us saying, I am physically fit, I have never suffered from any health issues, I've never gone to a hospital for anything, and I have all these blood reports, and we have never found any issues with our blood reports, they're all normal. So again, that does not, being physically fit does not mean that you have to be fertile, because for a couple to have infertility, we have to check the parameters that are associated with infertility. Like for the woman, it will be her uterus, ovaries, egg counts, and for the male, it will be his semen analysis, where we'll see the sperm motility, sperm count, and the sperm morphology. So this is how we analyze whether a couple is suffering from some form of issues with infertility. So being physically fit does not necessarily mean that you have to 100% be fertile, because they are two different. There is a different way to analyze infertility. Coming to the third myth buster, so position after intercourse. So lots of couples Google it, or some relatives or some friends will come up with suggestions saying that after intercourse, you have to keep your feet up, your head down, or pillow under your legs. So couples come with us with all these queries that are we really supposed to do these things? Are we not doing it right? And they're so anxious about it. So this is something you have to know, that there is nothing like a particular position after intercourse. Now sperms have the ability to swim. So their motility is usually quite fast, the healthy motile sperms. So what happens after intercourse is, once the semen is deposited in the vagina, the sperms swim through the cervical canal into the uterus, and eventually they reach the eggs. So you don't need to be in a particular position for the sperm to do that. Whatever position you are in, the sperm is going to find its way towards the egg. So that is one thing you have to understand. And secondly, they also come up with questions like, the entire semen comes out after intercourse. So again, don't worry about it. It's natural for something like that to happen, because what actually comes out is the seminal fluid mixed with the secretions from the female. No doubt there are going to be some sperms in that, but that doesn't mean that the entire sperms, all of them have come out, because a lot of the healthy motile sperms have already found their way towards the egg. So you don't have to worry about that. That is a very big myth. So don't fall prey to that. Coming to the fourth myth buster, that is, there is nobody in my family has suffered from infertility. So we as a couple, both sides, we don't have anybody in the family who has suffered from infertility. So it's not possible that we are having fertility issues. So we don't know why it's not happening. So again, now just because your family does not have issues with infertility, it doesn't mean that you as a couple do not have. Why? Because infertility need not always be genetic. There are multiple factors, like your environmental factors, your food habits, your lifestyle, your stress levels. So a lot of factors come into play for somebody to have this issue of infertility as a couple. So do not think that just because everybody in your family has conceived naturally, that has to be the norm in your family, because along with time and along with habits, over a period of time, things can change for you as a couple. So always better that if you have tried for a year and not conceived, do visit an infertility specialist and get yourself evaluated, because there might be minor issues. Most of these minor issues can be fixed with simpler solutions. You don't have to think that if you go to an infertility specialist you will have to undergo IVF. Again, that's a very big myth. So there are, for minor issues there are simpler solutions. So the sooner you go, the sooner you get yourself evaluated, the more likely that you might have the chance to try simpler ways to get pregnant and have a happy family eventually. So I hope I have cleared a few of your doubts, and if you want any more, if you have any more queries, you can always reach out to us. Thank you.